One guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, I want to talk about a story I seen last night. And this story's out of Kansas City, Missouri. Shout out Kansas City. And it's about a family that's grieving right now after a grave site of a man buried 25 years was destroyed. I mean, they just broke it. I mean, you can't get no more disrespectful than this. I want you guys to see this. And it's no limit to disrespect nowadays, for the living or the dead. I mean, we see that a lot of times. But I mean, this right here is one of them things that, as a family member of a loved one, and have somebody do this to them, you know, in their final resting place, it's unacceptable. Take a look at this, man. This is truly horrible.
Did I feel? My heart sunk because I couldn't believe it.
A Kansas City family says they're stunned. They found the ground dug up and the casket open at their loved one's grave. Family members tell Fox 4 they don't know why anybody would want to disturb the site 27 years after their loved one died. I'm Lauren Halifax.
And I'm Bria Love. Fox 4 did speak with the family about the trauma. Our Jacob Sloan looks into the investigation into what happened.
Del'Shawn Dupree's family tells us he was 25 years old when he was killed in 1998. They're still wondering why someone would disturb their loved one's gravesite after 27 years. Kansas City police arrived just after 9:30 on Tuesday morning. Del'Shawn's daughter arrived not long afterwards.
As I'm pulling down, I can see dirt. What I thought was dirt, it wasn't dirt. It was actually the vault.
The gravesite had been dug up, the concrete vault had been destroyed, and the casket had been opened. Now the question remains, why?
I was just devastated. I said, who could have did this to my son? I was just, I was just devastated. I never seen nothing like that.
KCPD says employees at Forest Hills Cavalry Cemetery saw the gravesite intact when they left the day before. For Dupree's family, it's a mystery why someone would want to do this.
Was it a mockery? What did you get? He been dead and gone. There's nothing. So what was the point?
The family says that Del'Shawn was a father to 9 children. A family member visits his grave once a week.
It's something in a chapter that I should have closed, and those wounds should have been sealed, but I cracked them back open. That hurted me to sit and call my grandma, to sit and reach out to my sisters, to my brothers, and tell them that this is what's going on. That's not the phone call that I should have been calling, saying to them.
The incident is reopening wounds for his daughter, Shantera, who was only 6 years old when her father was laid to rest.
When you cracked that vault open and you was down in there and you tried to go and you was cracking to up the seal off the casket, how could you stomach that? How could you stomach that smell? Because the smell that I smelled, how could you?
Both Shantera and her grandmother say they just want to find whoever's responsible.
I just can't see a humane person doing something like this to a person, and it's just awful. And I hope I hope that you're caught and justice be done.
KCPD tells me they're continuing their investigation into the incident. Jacob Sloan, Fox 4, working for you.
You know, guys, that's sick. They said this guy had been buried for over 20-something years. My thing is this. First thing you ask out of, anybody would ask respectfully is, who would do such a thing? Family doesn't know. Cops ain't got a clue. Somebody went in there and destroyed a grave. Went and opened the casket, broke the casket open and everything else. Now, I don't know what they was expecting to find. Now, me personally, I was thinking, first of all, one person didn't do that by themselves, I don't think. I think it was more than one person. Because if you look at the picture that I got up here, it's a lot of small pieces of stone that are scattered, like as if they were put there. Somebody got in there and did that. That's the first thing. Second thing is this. The lady said they smashed the vault, so they must have hit it with some type of vehicle or something. And to move all that stone, it would take more than one person to do that in a timely manner. Now, said this guy was buried, you know what I'm saying, in 98 or wherever, I forgot when they said he was buried. Was he buried with jewelry? Was he wearing something that somebody was after? Because the lady was like, you did all of that. And then she said, how could you stomach the smell? I'm going to tell you something. Human beings are doing more of the most inhumane stuff out here right nowadays. And now you're starting to see stuff straight out of a movie. Now people are grave robbers. I remember in the dark ages, they was doing that type of stuff. People would get buried and they think they have some type of wealth or a ring that they covered. They'll go and dig the thing up and then take the finger and the ring. I don't understand why somebody would do that. Anybody with rational thought, listen, nobody wants to be around dead bodies. Nobody wants to be in morgues. It makes a lot of people uneasy. But nowadays, with a lot of the savage mindsets that people have out here, they will endure some of the most sickest things to achieve something. I wish I knew this family, because I would like to ask them, what do you think was in there that made somebody do that? Because, I mean, the man has been dead 20-something years. What kind of beef would you have? And why now would this be done? Either way, man, this whole thing is messed up. And then the family got to be brought all, you know, they said people go and visit him once a week. Let me just start by saying that. Let me just start with that. When my grandmother died, she was like one of my best friends, like my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I can't, man, I could not fathom anybody doing this. I wouldn't visit her grave regularly. Because, you know, death is something a lot of people, you know, everybody succumbs to it. But the ones that are left here are still in the healing process. And a lot of times going to see a loved one, whether they in the ground or not, is very therapeutic to themselves with dealing with the loss. And then you got people doing stuff like this. That's like super disrespectful. I don't understand why they targeted them. Don't know, but I just know it's heartbreaking that a lot of people have wounds reopened after coming out there. And, you know, they got alerted. So they came out there and just seen the whole situation like that. You remember how the casket looked back in the day. Now you look in there and see it ain't nothing. And then you family members are looking at, man, this is not good. People don't even think about when they do stuff, the outcome, or they do stuff to get a certain outcome of misery and stuff like that. There are a lot of people, man, that like to disrupt the peace of others. I don't know why human beings do that, but they do. This right here is bad to me. I mean, I couldn't fathom anybody doing that to my grandparents' grave, my granddad, my grandmom, other people I've lost. It makes no sense. It's just heartbreaking. Either way, man, I hope the family can get past this. I really do. Because, I mean, nobody should have to go through that type of stuff. I mean, that's super disrespectful. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.